Yeah, as experience difficulties. Oh, you know what? I gotta clear my phone. Um, I gotta clear it. This is your homegirl Arabia Barbosa 914. Empress Line One Love, you're already in the stream. You're already in the chat. I, ju- I was trying to fix my phone to clear out the garbage in my phone. I had to go through old videos and StreamYard videos I did, and I had to clear it out. Empress Money One Love, thank you for coming in, my baby. Yeah, but this is a very serious video. Um, can you love two men at one time? And Empress Lonnie One Love, she came in. I think she was trying to support the page. And she always do that. Thank you, Empress Lonnie One Love. I'm just asking a quick question because I was at the office earlier and the ticket I was supposed to go back out on, um, My manager told me to come back tomorrow morning. So I gotta be there at 5:30 in the morning. And I know how to do that. I'm good with that. I'm fine with that. I don't have a problem with that. It is what it is. And when I was at the office, one of my ex-boyfriends, he was there. He was there and he was talking his regular shit all the time. Cause I think he was supposed to be a preacher. I thought he was supposed to have been a preacher when he was younger, and he ended up on the streets of Charleston, South Carolina. He's from Harlem, New York. Harlem, New York, Yonkers, New York. We are in the motherfucking house. And he asked me where I live. Tamika, thank you for coming in. He asked me about where I live. And I told him. I didn't tell him the exact apartment, but he knows. And he asked me about Birdman and all this. And then he started running down everything we did when we was all living on the streets. Birdman, him, the other dudes, the other young women, and everybody remember me working every day to get the money so we could eat. There was one particular time I got my tax money back and I took everybody to the motel. The other dude that was in the office this morning, he was not present for that. I took everyone else. We sat in that motel room for like 2 days straight. All those people wanted to do was eat, drink, take showers, clean the motel room, and just relax and watch movies or sleep or whatever. On the third day, my baby, my homegirl KK called everybody. So no KK. Mm. But my ex-boyfriend, he was reminding me of everything we had to go through when we was living on those goddamn streets. He's from Harlem, New York. I'm from Yonkers, New York. We were the two strongest people in that whole group. And he reminded me of the times me and him used to be together. The times me and him were sleeping together. And how our relationship dwindled. How my relationship with him was destroyed. And it's all because he was jealous of the other man. He was jealous of that man. He was jealous. He was jealous of D. He was jealous of Birdman. It was two men I had juggling at that time. Besides himself, besides Day Day. Because I explained in my earlier video I did last night, those men all knew each other. They all worked together. And they were starting to fight about the pussy action that was going on these streets of Charleston, South Carolina. Shout out to the chat. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a whole out chill. At least I used to be. Because back then I was smaller. I was much thinner, much smaller. I could move faster. And I used to fight all these different men. I used to fight Birdman, D. I used to fight the dude from Harlem, New York. I used to fight all of them. There was a couple of times I used to have to fight other men. Marion Square was the gladiator school. And you had to know how to fight. And there was one particular day, a dude got up there and slapped me in my goddamn back. I said, who the hell the fuck is this dude? I started punching and kicking. Then I noticed my homegirl Jessica coming from behind me, pushing me out the goddamn way, and she was starting to fight the dude. When I got up off that goddamn ground, me and Jessica was tag teaming. Other niggas wanted to jump in. We was fighting all that day until the police came. I remember those nights when we be sleeping out in them goddamn parks. I remember the drinking. I remember the cigarette smoke. I remember the pizzas. I remember the hot wings. I remember fried chicken. I remember potato salad. I remember because I was buying all these items for everybody to fucking eat. But sometimes when people get too drunk, they be wanting to fight you. They're showing their true self, their true colors. Plenty of times I had to fight. And that one ex-boyfriend, he remembered me very well. He said, Ray, you even tried to burn me up in the fucking bathroom in Hampton Park. You set the whole shit on fire and then you walked out. You didn't run out. You walked out. And when he approached me about that, me and him got into a real big tussle. A knife was drawn. He pushed me down on the ground. He ran wherever he had to go, and he called 911. They sent the ambulance out there. They sent the police out there. Oh, Lord have mercy. I was in that hospital for like 3 days because they was trying to diagnose me as being mentally ill. It happens. Ms. Eve, thank you for coming in. Empress 91 Love, thank you for coming in. Tamika, thank you for coming in. Happy Memorial Day. Yeah. My ex-boyfriend, he reminded me of everything that happened. Him, Birdman, and there's another man, I call him D. D has not been around in a while, but D was a part of most of this bullshit. I remember I was so loose out there in them goddamn streets. I went to Marion Square one night. I said, well, I'm going to drink my beer and smoke my cigarettes. And different men approached me at that time. I was sexually attracted to all of them. And there was one night I went in the park, right? And all 3 men showed up. You ready to go, babe? You know I had to pick one. I picked Alabama. And Alabama, me and him walked away from the situation. And Alabama even told me, he said, Ray, you got to stop this. You know what my ex-boyfriend told me this morning? He said, Ray, you didn't give a fuck about nothing. You had a fucked up attitude. You was never happy. You was never comfortable wherever you went. You always looked over your shoulder. You was always jumping on a bus. You was always in the store somewhere trying to buy food for people. You was always taking care of everybody. Nobody took care of you. Nobody. And then Birdman came. Birdman came in. He swooped in. He talked to me. I talked to him. Me and Birdman went everywhere together. Me and Birdman went through all kinds of hell. That's why people don't understand when I talk shit about him. I'm talking shit about shit I experienced with that man. I never had a rose petal garden with none of these men. None of them. Nobody gave me a break. Nobody. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. And I don't blame them. You ain't supposed to give no bitch no break. But there was one night I was separated from everyone. And I went to North Charleston, South Carolina. I went over there by the DSS office. It was a fight that ensued. Next thing I knew, I was in the hospital for 3 days. I could not recognize my face. When I woke up, I had a catheter in my pussy hole. In my pussy hole. So, this shit is very real, what's going on in these streets. And he reminded me of everything. He said, Ray, you didn't give a fuck about nothing. You try to give a fuck about us. You were supporting everybody. You helped everybody. But at the end of the day, everybody abandoned you. They left. You was out there by yourself. Even Birdman left. Birdman left because he couldn't take it no more. He couldn't take the fighting and the cursing and the yelling anymore. That's why D left. D is my younger man. He left for that reason. The one I was talking to this morning, he left because I tried to kill him. I tried to burn his ass up in that bathroom. I set everything on fire. Oh yes, your homegirl Arabia Barbosa 914, Westchester County, New York, is the BT 1000 for real. But when he looked at me this morning, he said, Ray, you have changed. You have changed, and I'm so glad you have changed. Are you still with Birdman? I said, yes, Birdman come to my house, I go to his house. He said, that's what's up. That's what's up. He was not angry. He was not upset with me. I know he still talks shit about me. That's what men do. When you fuck them, they will talk about you. Empress Lonnie One Love, thank you for coming in. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. But yes, that young man brought all that memory back to me. And I said, yes, it did happen. Birdman, he mentions it every now and then. Now, I have not seen my young man. I have not seen D, Mr. D, in quite some time. I'm hoping he's okay. Because he really stayed to himself. And he was very involved with me for a little bit of time. And we used to fight each other. We used to help each other. Anything he needed, anything he wanted, I gave it to him. I didn't care. Same thing with Birdman, same thing with the other dude. But my ex-boyfriend, he said, I want to ask you one thing. Can you go to the store and buy me some blunts? Because he wanted to smoke his little weed. And I said, well, I'll buy the blunt. It was a White Arrow silver pack. I bought it for him. It was only $1.19. Not much to break my bank. Not like Birdman. Everybody know. Everybody know I was taking care of Birdman for years. But I don't regret what I did. I'm just sorry that things didn't happen like the way I wanted to happen. I'm not in control. That's why I keep telling people, I'm not Wonder Woman. I'm not Superwoman. I'm not a role model. I'm not a bitch that's in total control of everything. I can't get control of everything. That's why I call myself the BT 1000. The BT 1000 is a better fit. like when I really want to do shit. Because back in those younger days, when I was still in my 40s, 20s, 30s, 40s, I was always the BT 1000. I was created, not born. The streets made me be like that. I got raped twice on these fucking streets. I was sexually molested as a child. So all that runs in. I went to prison. I went to Job Corps. I came back out on the street. And a true life form, I don't mean no harm. I'm supposed to be sitting in prison right now with my inmate number 221644. I'm supposed to be there right now. And only thanks to the universe and my adoptive mother working so closely with my lawyer, that last charge I got, they recently erased it off my my record because I had to write into the district attorney to get that added in. I said the charge been dropped. Why is it still on my fucking record? Because on that record it shows something I don't want to be up there. The strong arm robbery, that's fine. The assaults, that's fine. The open containers, that's fine. The trespassing, that's fine. But that other charge, no, I can't have that. I can't have it on my. I can't have it on my jacket. I cannot have it. But in a real note, on a real level, I'm supposed to be sitting at least correctional on a monocule building, and I'm supposed to be there with my number, inmate 221644. That is my inmate number. That number is over 28 years old. They will never change that number. That number is grandfathered in. I'm supposed to be there right now. But thanks to the universe and my adoptive mother and my lawyer, I'm not there. Because there was a crime that was committed. And they try to say I did that, but I didn't do it. I didn't. They have video. I'm on video. They got it on video. I did not do that. I did not do that. And it was a robbery charge. No, I'm not. No. My mother said, "Did you see a gun? Did she approach the people? Did she take anything out of there?" Oh no, it's not no robbery charge. I gotta drop that shit. Drop it. Drop it. It is what it is. There was another charge I caught. And I don't mean no harm, y'all. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm supposed to be sitting in a goddamn penitentiary somewhere. But I'm not. I'm not. I'm 50 years old now. My mother's no longer here. The lawyer I had, she getting ready to retire. It is what it is. I don't want to be the BT 1000 anymore. I want to take that off of my jacket, but it's always going to be there because of the situation. Everybody always going to remind me. Sometimes people don't tell you what they're thinking. They just make sure you don't advance further in life. Mm-hmm. And the words he was speaking to me, my ex-boyfriend, the words he was speaking to me this morning, he said, "Ray, you have changed. You're not the same woman I met years ago. You have totally changed." He said, "I don't even see you walking up and down the street." He said, "I don't see you in no kind of stores." He said, "Ray, I hardly ever see you on the goddamn bus. You do everything like the way you doing it." He said, "Keep doing it." Don't get hooked up with nobody in these goddamn streets. Leave the streets alone. I've been left the streets alone. I've been left them. The streets don't want to leave me alone. It is what it is. I'm not no angel. I'm not God Almighty. I'm not a role model. I'm just another woman on this YouTube app. And I don't feel sorry for myself. I don't. Because everything I did it, and I take responsibility. I acknowledge what I did wrong. It was wrong. But one thing, when I committed that crime in 1995, I didn't run. I walked to my destination. My destination was cut short because the police approached me, they stopped me, they frisked me. They was looking for the weapon. I robbed that store with an axe, a fireman's axe. I didn't have a gun, I didn't have a knife. I robbed the whole store with a goddamn axe. That's why they used to call me Chopper Mama. See, y'all don't know who y'all talking to on this app. Mm. I'm not saying I'm dangerous. I'm not saying I'm a threat to anyone because I'm trying to retire from all that. And the ex-boyfriend reminded me. Birdman reminds me every time we come face to face with each. He reminds me. He said, "Ray, you didn't give a fuck about nothing or nobody. You tried to take care of your crew, and that was it. Anybody came that was a stranger, you used to fight them. And sometimes we wouldn't even help you." So that's how niggas get down. They won't even help to fight someone else that ain't supposed to be there. They're an outsider. But I tell you one thing about those women that go into the army, into the Marines, into the Navy, those women fight. Yes. And they are vicious. But they try not to, show all their skills. They try not to do it. I caught one of my homegirls not too long ago slapping a man in his face with his own fucking shoe. He said something to her, called her a bitch or something. She took off one of his shoe off his foot and slapped the shit out of him. And kept slapping him until other people broke it up. Don't fuck with the women on YouTube. Don't fuck with veteran women in a disrespectful way. Chopper Mama. Yep, that's what they call me. Empress Lonnie One Love. Tamika laughing. Yes, I robbed that store with a fucking fireman axe. I didn't have a gun. I didn't have a knife. I robbed it with the fucking axe. I took what I wanted and I left. I knew the police were going to come because I was dressed in fatigues. The green fatigues. Had my vest on, had the pants on, had the boots on. Child, please. You couldn't tell me nothing. When they called me Chopper Mama, I was like, Chopper Mama? Chopper Mama. I carried that name all the way until I went to receiving. Then when I left from receiving, I went on the compound. Not at the Women's Center. I went to Leith Correctional. Shout out to Leith Correctional. Shout out to my inmate number, 221644. That number is almost 30 years old. That number is now 28 years old. That crime happened over 28 years ago, and I'm still being punished for it. Mm-hmm. But Birdman and my ex-boyfriend totally explained to me why I'm being punished. They said when they met me, I didn't give a fuck. I was smaller in size. I could move faster. I loved to fight. They said I did not give a fuck about nothing. I just gave a fuck about my fucking crew and who was fucking me. KK, me and her fucked. The other young lady, I ain't bother with her. The other men in my crew, I fucked. And that's why everybody know each other. And I'm not ashamed. Yes. Yes, I did it. Mm-hmm. And I'm not ashamed. I'm a whole hoe out here, according to Miss 504. Shout out to Miss 504. Hold on, y'all. I gotta unless y'all wanna hear me pee. Oh Lord. Hold on, let me mute my mic. Y'all talk to each other. Yeah, that's what they called me, Empress Sonny Wonder. They called me Chopper Mama. Because I robbed that store with a goddamn fireman axe. Not a gun, not a knife. I went in there with a fireman axe. I was like, give me all the goddamn money. But you gotta realize, I was still like 21 at the time. Even I have to laugh about it. But like the man was explaining to me this morning, and Birdman told me every time. He said, when we first met you, you didn't give a fuck about nothing. You only gave the fuck about the fucking crew. If we didn't act right, you used to fight us. Goddamn, son of a bitch. I tried to burn the man up in the fucking bathroom. The other man, I tried to get rid of him. You know, so I'm on a real note. I'm not joking. I'm not laughing about this, but on a real note, I'm supposed to be in the fucking penitentiary right now. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell y'all no lie. That's my life. That's who I was. Hmm. Yeah, I've been that way for years and years and years and years. Now I'm just trying to retire. The only reason why I'm trying to retire is because I'm in my 50s now. I'm like 50. I'll be 51 in a few more months. Come on, man. I can't do everything. My mother, she used to always talk to me like, yo, Ray, don't do this, don't do that. Child, please. I never listened to her. My grandmother, same thing. When my grandmother met me after many, many years of being separated from me, Try to talk to me. And when my grandmother talked to me, she talked to me like she's my actual mother. So I have to listen to her a little bit. I respect her a little bit. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I can't come out on the street and be like, yo, I don't care. Da, da, da. I gotta care about something. I gotta care about something. Tamika, you are terrible. You up there laughing at me. Well, it's the truth, my baby. It's the truth. If I was to give you my actual name that I use on the street, you would be able to see my whole record. You'd be able to see it. I'm just using my grandmother's maiden name. Mm. It's my name because it comes from my fucking family. The last name Barbosa or Barbosa de Soda, that comes from my grandmother's side of the family. Yes. I know, Tamika. You know what? You one of my homegirl, and you would run with me for a little bit. I can see you and Lonnie running with me. You, Lonnie, and brown skin lady. Yep, and Selena. But Selena would be always in the house. Me, you, Lonnie, and brown skin lady would be, yo, just chopping it up. And I want to enjoy my life. I'm 50 years old. I'm thinking about my retirement plan. I'm thinking about where my body gonna go when I die. I'm thinking about all that. I'm making plans for everything. Y'all think I'd be up here drunk? No, I'd be planning for my own stuff to happen. Yes, yes. Mm. I'm not perfect. I never said I was perfect. I'm not no angel. I'm not no role model. I'm just another woman on this YouTube streets. That's it. Mm-hmm. Tamika, shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Yeah, I love y'all so much. Y'all always come over here and support me. Miss Eve, Empress Lonnie with Love, Tamika, Selena. Different ones come over here and just chop it up with me for a little while. Cause I be making y'all laugh and I enjoy that. It makes me happy to know that you guys are laughing. You're not laughing with me, you're laughing at me. I don't care about that. I don't care. Cause the stuff I used to do is silly. It was some bullshit. It was stupid. I was young when I committed that crime and robbed that store with that axe. I was already in my 40s when I attacked those different men and tried to burn down the whole bathroom, try to kill that man. He remembered that. He remembered that. Birdman remember when I tried to kill him? Yeah. Do you remember when I tried to kill him? Yeah. Every man I ever been with, I try to get rid of. I don't know where that anger is coming from. That's why I try to stay away as much as I can. If I go to your house, fine. You're good. You're good. But I remember one time I went to Birdman house and Birdman was saying some shit I did not like. He talked about my family. I slapped Birdman till I was dizzy. He was so angry with me. We got into a tussle. And when he saw that knife coming, he ran out of there. He called 911. Called 911. It happens. You gotta call 911 when the bitch get out of control. The BT 1000. Hmm. Lonnie said, I'm not the BT 1000, honey. I know who I am. I love you, Lonnie, but I know who I am. And I know who you are. And you, my little baby, you, my little cabbage patch. You, Tamika, Selena, y'all, my little cabbage patches, and I love you. Trying to keep you safe. Let the haters attack me. Let them come for me. I'm good with that. Hmm. I'm good with that. You know, had a lot of violence in my life, and so have most of you. Y'all, you got different stories, different experiences, but the outcome is still the same. We're still struggling to be women. We don't want to be GI Jane. I'm not no GI Jane. Now, if they would have let me into the Navy when I signed up and passed the written test and all that, now if they would have let me in, I would still be in the military right now. I would have never left the military. I would have stayed there. Hmm. But they wouldn't let me in because I have a mental illness that blocks me. Hmm. And they write about certain things. Hmm. Now, what happened to my sister-in-law a couple of years ago? If she would have never divorced my brother, let's say they would still been married, all her children would still be living, and she would still be living. Hmm. Yes, he's not no killer. He's just a clown. I get mad every time I think about his fucking ass. Okay, Tamika, but I say it's one and the same. People can laugh with me. They can laugh. I don't care. Because I'm a total payaso on this shit. You know what a payaso is? A payaso or payasa is a clown. Hmm. I enjoy knowing that I make people laugh. I make people happy. I let y'all escape, you know, the so-called free world for a few minutes. This ain't no free world. This is some bullshit. And my mother, before she died, she said, Ray, this is all bullshit. I'm sorry I taught you the wrong things. Now you gotta unlearn all that. I said, okay. I didn't get mad with her, but I knew. I knew. And that was it. I got two sisters right now from my biological mother. They don't work not one job. They don't have to work nowhere. I have to work. I'm the only bitch out of the three female children she had. I'm the only bitch that got to work. That don't make no fucking sense. My adoptive sisters, two of them, they work. One of them is a veteran. So what you think the mother families did with the mother girls? Pamper them, shelter them, try to protect them, give them everything. When they died off, the other two sisters had money from the estates. I'm still fighting my mother's estate. I might never get nothing from that here. The only reason why I'm getting anything slowly but surely is through one of my nephews. And he's proven himself to be my open rival, open enemy. It is what it is. I don't care. Stop hitting Birdman. No, I'm gonna slap him every time, every chance I get. He need to get slapped. Every man that's in my life need to be slapped, kicked, punched, thrown down to the ground. But no, I don't need to do that with Birdman. Birdman is my baby, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't be more feminine. He knew when he met me. He knew I wasn't feminine like that. But I'm trying to retire from being the BT 1000. If I can retire from being the BT 1000, I might be more happier. But that BT 1000 been protecting me all these years. Would not let me get beat up too much. Would not let me get killed off. Would not let me disappear. When I go out here in the morning, none of y'all riding with me. The only ones that's riding with me is the ones that doing a live video. This morning it was Brown Skin Lady. I rode with Brown Skin Lady. If it's Empress lighting one up, I ride with Empress lighting one. Whoever is live that is my YouTube creator, I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. Mm-hmm. Yes, Tamika. Thank you for coming. Tamika, you my home girl. You my home girl. I love you so much. I love Empress Lion One Love. I love Miss Eve. I love everybody that come in my chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the panel. It's my link drop. You can hit the link anytime you want. Mm. But I know Tamika, you remind me of one of my cousins in New York. And she's very outspoken. She's very aggressive with her talking points. And when she saw, me doing my thing, she was like, yo, we gotta help her, baby. Any way we can help her. My cousins. My cousins, that's it. My sisters, that's a different story. They mad at me. They mad at me because I work. They don't work no fucking where. They get a check once a month. My money don't run out at the end of the month. If my money is short, I go out and get more money. Please. There's too many temp companies down here to be broke. You got Gig Pro. It's too much opportunity. Now, when I moved from South Carolina and go to New York, now the real shit happens. But because of all my experiences, I'll be able to deal with it. I'll be able to deal with it in a way that people don't expect me to deal with it. But the only thing about New York got a lot of snow. I don't have snow clothes for the time being. But when I go back to New York, I will get my North Face coats, my pants that need to be worn, the sweatpants, the tights, whatever I need to keep me warm. Because I know how to survive on the fucking street. A lot of bitches don't know how to do that. They don't know how to do that. They don't know how to walk down there to that Yonkers Avenue bridge and get with a day laborer company. I know how to do that. I know how to speak Spanish. I speak English. Very little Swahili. It is what it is. I'm going to make it. The only ones in my family I talk to is my grandmother and some of my siblings. And I don't talk to my siblings that often. I talked to my grandmother. My grandmother is getting more up in age, and she can't. She don't want me calling when I'm, drunk. She want me sober. Really, my grandmother want me to be a Jehovah Witness. I'm never gonna be a Jehovah Witness. Sorry, Grandma. Lo siento, no escucha, es mío, Grandma. Lo siento, no escucha, mi abuela. My grandmother is my abuela. Hmm. Yeah, abuela. That's grandmother in Spanish. Mm, yeah. Oh, whew. Child, I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. These drug dealers over here in this area, they put the building I live in. There's a stash behind there, and they got weeds. They got weeds. They got money back there. I know what they got back there, but the only one that can help me pull it off is Birdman, and he too scary. I said, "God damn, Birdman! Only thing we gotta do is take the stash. We're gonna find the drugs. We're gonna find the money, and we're gonna find the guns." It is what it is. Free thinkers. Thank you for coming in. Shout out to the chat. Mm, shout out to the chat because your homegirl Arabia Barbosa don't want to be the BT 1000 anymore. I want to retire, and my BT 1000 feelings is telling me to go back behind where I live and grab all that shit. Grab them guns, grab that money, and grab them drugs. And take it back in my house and call Birdman. Because Birdman know how to deal with that shit. But if I do that, I'm pinpointing my own self. So I can't do that. But I'm a New York bitch and nobody like New Yorkers anyway. It is what it is. 914 Westchester County, New York. We are in the motherfucking house. We are in the motherfucking house. And we talking shit. Anybody can hit the link anytime they want. Yeah, y'all. Y'all good. I ain't got nothing against nobody. You know. I'm just being me. It's not easy being me. Mm-hmm. Not easy being me. Mm-hmm. Oh, happy Memorial Day to everybody. Shout out to the veterans. Shout out to all the veterans. Alive and dead. Shout out to the active military force we got in this country. All those people sign up freely. They're not drafted. They sign up freely. They want a different life for themselves. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them. I tried to sign up for the military years ago. The Navy and the Marine, they will not take you if you got a mental illness. The Army is, stopping mental ill people for going in there. I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about years ago. Years ago, when I got out of job corps, I was still in my early 20s. I was slim. I was handsome. They didn't want me. I passed the written test, everything. They didn't want me. It is what it is. I don't give a fuck. Fuck. At least the vice lords wanted me. Yeah. I became a high ranking member with that, according to the people that shook down my fucking cell at the Women's Center. Shout out to the a gang organization, correctional program that's trying to pinpoint gang members in the penitentiary system of South Carolina. Shout out to you because you destroyed a lot of shit. Yeah, they came in. They got the pictures I had in my fucking wall in my locker. Wasn't bothering nobody. They took them down. We said, "Oh no, this is a high-ranking vice lord female." Oh hell no! Her set is originally from Mississippi. Cause when I went to Job Corps, that's what I did. I joined the gang. I learned a trade and joined the gang. That's what I did. Um, yeah. Okay, Tamika, thank you for coming in. Yeah, thank everybody that came into my chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Empress Lining One Love, Tamika, Free Thinkers, whoever came into my chat. Thank you for coming over. I don't know how much. Oh, my battery is going low. My battery going low. Hold on. Let me do what I did last night. Oh my goodness, Jesus. Woo! But it is what it is. There's no work for me today. It'll be work for me tomorrow. You guys will not see me here tomorrow at the same time. I'll be at fucking work. hmm I'll be there from 7 all the way to 3 o'clock. hmm And I need to try to find me another job real quick. I tried to sign up for the other job down the street. I'm gonna get in touch with them later on this week because they pay every week, and I need that. I need that money. Me and Birdman, we going through our little bullshit, and Birdman, you know, he see who I am now, and the other ex-boyfriend. A lot of them dudes see me who I am now, but back in a couple of years ago, no, I was not loving. I was not respectful. I used to, say fuck everybody. And if I felt like it, when I went to certain parks or whatever, you know, take off all my clothes, shower down with a water hose, go into the bathroom, do the same thing. I used to fuck in the bathrooms. I used to fuck everywhere I used to want to fuck. If you was my boyfriend or you was my girlfriend, I fucked you wherever you was at. When I started getting those motel rooms, child, there was one night we had orgies going on. I had men in my bed, hmm reading their poetry. hmm Long dreadlocks, looking so good, dick so good. Oh my God, Jesus. How much more do I have to do with this? I enjoyed what I was doing, but I didn't enjoy it because I was never comfortable like that. I like women more. I don't like men like that. Half of you men don't even know how to use your fucking dick. You just want a bitch to suck your dick. And when the bitch suck your dick, you try to put it on front street. That ain't right. That ain't the right thing to do. Keep the change. Good morning. Good morning to keep the change. Shout out to the chat. Yeah, yeah. Keep the change. You caught me at a awkward moment. I'm talking about my sex life a little bit. I'm talking about everything I went through on them goddamn streets. When I went to prison, when I went to job corps, when I went this way, that way. My mother tried to raise me a certain way. My mother was not my mother. She was my adopted mother. But at the end of the day, I miss her. If she was here right now, that woman be combing over this whole apartment and be like, Ray, you need to make a change. You need to make a change. hmm And I saw my videos while I'm in the video smoking cigarettes and cigars and drinking beer. And I put up the beer name. I can't keep doing that. I can't keep doing it. But I am who I am. I'm the BT 1000. I ain't gonna never stop being her. I'm trying to retire from being her, but in my in my real life, I can't. I can't stop. I gotta keep going. A lot of dudes, they meet me. They don't know nothing about my past, nothing, but they feel something. They know there's something ain't right. I go a job on any job sites with any of those different dudes. Everybody know I'm serious about the job. I want the job done. I be doing the most work. The niggas be sitting back sometime watching me. I'm like, goddamn, we all had on the same hard hat. We all got the same gloves on. We all got the same safety glasses on. Come on, man, get the fuck up. They'll help me for like 2, 3 hours, and after that, they conking out. And I only got myself to blame. I only got myself to blame. I should have took school serious. I should have went to job corps with no problem. I should have went to the military with no problem. But because of my mental um, records, I could not get into the military because they think very seriously if I would have an episode and get a gun and just start shooting. Right now, my boyfriend got a gun in the house. The gun is made for me. He want to give it to me, but he's afraid. He's like, if I give Arabia this gun, Arabia gonna be starting shooting everything and everybody, and she gonna start robbing these stores around here. That's how, you, you can try to retire from doing that, but goddamn, if I had a gun on my hip or in my bra area, if I see somebody that looks suspicious, I'm pulling up I'm pulling up the shirt. I'm taking the gun out. It's already off safety. I'm shooting. I'm shooting to kill. Yeah. Mhm. That's why my boyfriend don't want him to give me that gun. Mhm. He don't want to give me the gun, Tamika. He got a gun for me in the house right now. He want to give it to me, but he already know. He said, no, Arabia is, she's changed a little bit, but Arabia is still the BT 1000. Arabia going to kill everything that moves. Man say hello. Pow. Down. And he thinking how to get me out of fucking jail. He the only one. Him and my mother used to talk all the phone all the time. And my mother used to always say, take care of Arabia. Arabia get in any kind of trouble, you bail her out of goddamn jail. Do not have her sitting in jail. That woman will become a beast. She's she's already getting heavy. Arabia's dropping her. Dropping her. Dropping her. Dropping. Because I'm bigger. My mother said, oh, she jumping her now. Yes. Don't give her no gun. One of my brothers gave me a gun years ago. When he came back to the house, he had to take the gun from me. He said, oh no, I can't have you with this gun because you'll come and shoot and kill everybody. And he should have left me with that gun because I would have killed that nigga that did that dumb shit years ago. They couldn't find that nigga right away. He killed my family. They couldn't find him right away. We had the Earths, we had the guards, we had the Bloods and Crips looking for this nigga. Everybody was on payroll. My brother was paying. Yes, that's how serious it was. When they caught that nigga that killed my people, killed my children, I'll never be the same again. I will always be the BT 1000. I can never retire. Mm. My name is Arabia Barbosa. 914 Westchester County, New York. I am a Cape Verdean American. I have 5 generations of New Yorker in me. I have South Carolina blood in me. It is what it is. I will never stop being the BT 1000. All the therapy I went through, all the NA means, AA means, will never wipe away what happened. If you want to wipe anything away, bring back my people. You can't. You play all the drums you want, all the Whitney Houston songs you want. It will never bring back my people. And that's why I'm so upset. But I'll get over it. And y'all didn't do nothing to me. I did something to me. I went on this pathway. I should have said no when they asked us if we wanted to be adopted by the family I went into. I could have said no, but I would have been separated from my brother. And he was my best friend. And I was not going to leave him. And when I went to that terrible place a couple of years ago, he was there. He was trying to come and get me. And when he saw me sleeping in my mother's house, we was waiting for the wake. We was waiting for the funeral to happen. And he sat there and watched me while I was sleeping. And when I woke up, I saw his face. I said, "What you watching me so much?" He said, "Man, I ain't seen you in such a long time. We always gonna be separated for a long period of time. You don't come home that much." And he knew once my mother had died off, I was never gonna come back down there. And he's correct. He's correct. I'm getting ready to get my money together and move back to New York. I want to go back to New York. I should never came down here in the first place. This is not my home. I got family down here. I don't know these people. I don't. Shout out to the chat. I'm getting ready to end this live. We already did our dirt over here. We already talked our shit. Nobody hit the link. Nobody hit the link. Because I think some of you are afraid to hit it. You're afraid. And you have every right to be afraid. I can't demand you hit the link. I can't do that. One thing I gotta say is, lo siento, no es cumpleaños mío. I got plenty other languages I can speak to y'all in, but lo siento, no es cumpleaños mío means I am sorry. It is not my fault. I am sorry. I'm not to blame. Estoy aquí means I am here. I'm here. Estoy aquí. Vente aquí conmigo. That means I am here. Come with me. That's in Spanish. I'm going to switch it up to Swahili. Kuja na mimi. Kuja na mimi in Swahili. It's a Swahili phrase. It means come with me. If you hear me say Ujambo, okay, I'm going to say Ujambo, Kuja na mimi, Asanta sana. I'm saying, hello, how are you? Come with me. Thank you very much. I love you. Everyone that came into my chat, you didn't have to come here. You decided to come here. And I love each and every one of you. I'm still the BT 1000. I'm trying to retire from being that. And and you all know certain things about me. How I committed my crime years ago. I was 21 years old. I robbed the store with a fireman axe, not a knife, not a gun. I robbed it with a fireman axe and took everything I needed to take. And unfortunately for me, I didn't get very far. The police was right there to take me down. They said, put your hands up in the air. I did not put my hands up in the air. They said, stop where you are. I did not stop. I kept walking. And you know what I told them? Shoot to kill. Shoot to kill. I wanted them to kill me. I wanted to die. I wanted to die that year. 1995 was my year to die. I wanted the police to shoot and kill. As I got older, I realized certain things I was doing. If the police would have came and draw their guns, they would have shot to kill. And my boyfriend stopped them. Don't do that. We called for help. We didn't call for you to come out here and kill her. The police will kill you quicker than a nigga. It is what it is. 914 Witches County, New York. We are out of here. We are out of here. Thank everyone for coming into my chat. I talk my truth. However crazy it sounds, just accept it. It is what it is. Que lo que, mi gente. Vete aquí conmigo. Las comida is lista. Yes. Kujana mimi. Kula jakula. Miji baridi. Nini kuzimu. It is what it is. I accept my whole fate. I never said I was an angel. I never said I was God Almighty. I never said I was a role model. I never said that. I told you who I was from day one. Ever since y'all met me, I am the BT 1000, and I'm not gonna live forever. And when certain people hear those words, they think about a machine. They think about a robot. I can show you real plain and quick. I'm not a robot. I can show you that. I can cut open my own goddamn face and show you I'm not a fucking robot. But who wants to bleed all night? Who wants to have a smiley on their goddamn face? No, no. It's another way. Someone's showing me. Line. I don't recognize the number. I don't know that number. I'm out of here. Keep the change. You know I outwork men on my fucking job. You know that. Tamika know that too. Lonnie know it. Everybody know it. It is what it is. My ex-boyfriend, he reminded me of who I truly am and who I'm trying to retire from being. Because he said, Ray, you want change. You're not the same woman. You don't be screaming and hollering. You got your own head on your shoulders. You looking good. You smelling good. You walking down the street with confidence. Your head is up. It's not down. Birdman tell me the same thing all the time. And they both of these men remember me not caring about nothing. They do. Thank you for coming in, and shout out to the chat. I'm out of here, 914 Washington County, New York. We are out of here. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. We out of here. May the universe bless us. Enjoy your Memorial Day. Enjoy your family time with your family. And we will see each other again in another video if the universe bless us to do that. Mhm. Peace out. New York love. One.